so humbling.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
man.
Horace Towns.
Yeah, man. I feel. Listen, that was a moment for me to see that. I've worked. I've came a long way in this industry. 20 years strong. 20 years strong. Been in a long time. But I can say the same for you. Listen, every now and then I get a friend, and her name is Nay. I call her Bay. The radio Bay, Naysimone. It seems to be that every time we go on air, it seems that we go viral in some sorts. You,
Now, this is where we at. Are we on YouTube, Facebook? Like where we at?
we on every platform right now.
Okay. So, okay.
Okay?
Just wanted to make sure.
Because right now on YouTube, you still got people that's, boy, the comments, if you can go and look at our last interview and see the comments that people got for you, boy. When you were talking about, what was our conversation last time about a man, the woman on
Being the I
the
said
head of the
I
house?
said couples should be equal.
No, you said it could be two heads of the house.
A hand.
Yeah, we're not going down that road
Yeah, we're
today.
not. We're not. We're gonna go down another. We're gonna go down another road today,
We
and
are.
I want to know what road we going on.
Well, listen, we never agree, but one thing about it, we always have good conversation. And yesterday, Monday Night Raw episode of the Black Super Friends podcast, shout out to my people, Chris Leo, Zeta Ladies Man, and Super Mario. We did a show that talked about Kevin Samuels, who tends to go viral every month. And on that segment, Kevin said that women should not go out on dates after 5 p.m. if sex is not on the table. So a lot of women were outraged, and then you got the people like Tony. Can't even think of the dude with the pretty eyes. What's the little Tony dude? Yeah, the little funny looking dude, whatever. So he gets on there and says, "Yeah, men need to do better. You know, we can't be telling women about their bodies, and men need to grow up." And I'm like, so you both wrong. I didn't agree with what Kevin. You know what? I will say this. I'm still trying to figure out where Kevin was going with it. But then the guy that comes in and follows up being on the simp stuff, telling y'all what y'all want to hear, I don't agree with that. So I didn't agree with that. But my response that got me so many DMs in the inbox today was because I said, me personally, if you know that you don't have a set, you are not attracted to me, we can go on dates. But if you know for 100% that there's nothing in you that wants to have a physical relationship with me,
Hmm.
do not go on a date with me. I don't want to. I don't want to go out on a date with you. So I had people say, "Oh, that's so sad. You think like that?" I'm like, "Okay, cool." Then I had someone say, "Well,
It's
sometimes it changes. She can go on a date and then she can develop feelings, and then she might gain a physical attraction." And I know that's kind of true for sapiosexuals. I just haven't met any real sapiosexuals, the people that's you know aroused by smart people. So y'all they talk it, but I've yet to really meet an authentic one. But I didn't think I was wrong for saying, "Hey, sorry, ladies, men are physical. Men like sex. Men will love you physically before they open up emotionally. Women need to be loved emotionally, then they'll get physical." So me saying, "Hey, if you my friend, like me and Nate, we go out to eat, we cool." People don't believe it. We're cool. We're friends.
yes.
But if we on that level, no, I'm not taking you out to no dinner and doing all this romantic stuff, knowing that I'm not getting anything out of it. Because if I'm not taking you out on a romantic date, that means I'm romantically involved. Like I want you. So why would I be doing that if you know you don't feel the same way? So I can't be. Men can't always be wrong, Nate. And that look on your face tell me you gonna defend that BS. You still gonna try to defend that BS some way.
Nah. Honestly, everybody gonna have their different perceptions on how they want to, approach certain situations. So, If I kind of agree with like what you were saying, like if we just go out and we just, and you're not trying to give me anything or whatever, like I kind of agree with that, but I can also add to that as well, is because if females, if we know we're not attracted to someone and we don't want to lead them on, then like certain dates I feel should be out of the question. You shouldn't be wanting to go out to a 5-star restaurant. You shouldn't be dressing very provocative to lead them on even more. I'm not saying that you shouldn't go out looking nice, but if you already know that this man is attracted to you and you already know that you don't want any dealings, then why provoke it? Why entertain the thought of it? So yeah, and to a certain degree, I do agree with it. However, we cannot think that that's what every man wants when they take us out. So it's kind of like, from a woman's point of view, maybe that's just her moment where I have something to do. I'm going out. I want to get sexy and I just want to have a good time, even though I know I'm not going to entertain this guy. But, we have to go into situations thinking a little better. If I know we just going out to eat, let's throw on some jeans. Let me put on a ponytail. Let me not get cute. Let me not try to entice this man even more, knowing that at the end of the night, I'm not giving you no ass. So, there's a lot of things we can do better. And then at the same time, I feel like, if that is what you're looking for at the end of the night, just go to the corner and go pick somebody up if you're not trying to get to know somebody. Like, everything doesn't always have to end with sex as well. So if you just want a quick, boing, 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 go to the corner and go get you a quick boing, boing, boing. That's what I'm saying. So there's so many ways we can, you know,
So you
go
still
into
find ways to defend it. What I'm saying is, Nay, look, let me give you a scenario. Nay, I see you at brunch, right? I talk to you, and I'm really into you. Like I see that when you wear your little curl, you wear the Jerry curl. When you throw the water on and it curl up like a Jerry curl, and then
Okay.
you do the heels with the shorts, and I'm looking like, damn, little mom, I really want to get with you. Most guys, that's where I'm at. Like, oh boy, physically, I want a piece of her, right? I ain't saying I don't potentially feel like you might can be that baby, but right now I don't got tunnel vision, right? That's before the PNC. I can't tell you what happens after the PNC, but that's where I'm at right now. So you know it, and you might be looking at me like, ain't no way in hell. But you'll let me take you out because I'm talking. I take you out. You done ate oysters and steak and all of that, and you done ate good. And then at the end of the night, I'm looking. Hey, you might even let me take you out 2, 3 more times. So what about the dude that actually think you giving him some sincere quality time, some play? Then when he find out he didn't been played, now he pissed. He mad. He
Okay.
cussing out every female in civilization because Naysimone that took this man because dates cost, and you know good and well that you ain't had no intention. In fact, after you ate good, you probably called whoever you really messing with, and he came and burnt it at the end of the night. So listen, we're not gonna do that.
So you know what? That okay.
That
Well,
really
you already know me, Horace. Like for those who don't know me, I'm gonna always keep it 1,000, even if it's not politically correct for you. In my world and in my mental, this is my thoughts and this is how I think. Everybody's entitled. So me personally, I don't entertain people that I know I don't want to have any dealings with. No dinners, no none of that. You know what I'm saying? I could be going out right now. You know what I'm saying? I can go out every day of the week if I wanted to, but I don't entertain what I don't want.
right.
Period. So I can't speak. It could be nice where I'm just lonely, lonely, and be like, damn, I just want a hug. But I would never pick up my phone and be on some desperate. Let me hit somebody up and see what they're doing. Like I'm not going to do that. I'm just not that type of person. So me, honestly, I am not the one to entertain something period, that I don't want to entertain, because it becomes a nag. Then it's going to be like, oh, why did I do this? And why did I do that? Now, if I do this, then it's this. So I start thinking about things like that. If I'm not interested, why entertain? So that's just my thing, because I already know, let's just assume, because if I have this conversation with some men would like, no, but all men is not like that. We don't all think the same way. So let's just assume.
They lying.
It could be. I don't know. I don't know. Who am I to say they lying? Who am I to say they not? You know what I'm saying? And the only way to find out if they lying or not is just to go by what they say. Period. Right? So let's just say I was trying to come up with something, but I kind of lost my thought. So
They lying because I hear what they lying. Everybody has a different approach.
yeah,
You
everybody
might
has
have
a
a
different
dude.
approach.
You say this is I've been hurt and that. He's gonna come in like the wolf and be like, yeah, them, dudes, the simps. Oh man, dudes, man. Let me tell you about how dudes are. Man, yeah, dudes mature. They immature. He gonna make you seem like he is all of what you don't want, right? Because he's listening. This is the kind of man I'm looking for. I'm gonna be that. But the
Mm-hmm.
moment he get the PNC, oh my God, then you see who he really is. And now you feeling like, well, dang, he changed. No, he didn't change. He was playing a character to
Mm-hmm.
get what he wanted. And
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes PNC is not our fault either. PNC is post nut clarity.
You always got something, you know that? You always come up with something clever.
Give that
Um,
to Leo.
that's why, sometimes, like, when I speak to guys and when guys want to get to know me and they ask me questions like, well, what is it that you're looking for in a man? I don't never answer that question. You know what I'm saying? I just leave it open, and because if I tell you what it is that I'm looking for, like, as far as, okay, we all want somebody that's loyal, somebody that's gonna make us feel safe. We want all of that, right? But if I tell you the characteristics, or if I tell you the things that I like, you're gonna pretend to be and to do the things that I like. So I'd rather not say that. I'd rather just have regular conversation. We ain't got to talk about, oh, I do this and I do that. And because majority of the time you might do that in the beginning, and as time goes on, like you said, it might just change. So if I'm going to get to know you, I'm going to get to know you without even having to go on dates and stuff like that. Like, that's why communication, as far as sometimes I can already tell if I'm going to entertain something after the very first conversation.
Uh huh.
Very first conversation. And if after that, if I feel like, you know, I'm not interested, I don't care how good you look. We won't exchange numbers. I see you on social media. Like, I mean, that's just me. That's just me. I don't entertain it, honestly. I don't care about the dinners. I can come home and cook. Like, I don't, if
Because
it's somebody I don't want to deal with, then I don't entertain the thought. But yes, ladies, I kind of agree. Like, when guys, we got to assume that guys, like he said, is physical. Every guy is physical. They see something, they want something, and they're going to try to get a home run. So at the end of the day, um, dinner dates and stuff, I wouldn't say necessarily after 5 p.m. But if you do go out, just try not to. I'm not going to even say try not to, but don't sit up there and entertain the thought of him thinking that he's going to get something at the end of the night. All the playing nice so you could get what you want, and the provocative clothing, even though he's staring at you, looking you up and down, and you, in your mind, you laughing because you ain't gonna give him that. Like, why even do that? Like, don't
right.
even entertain that thought. Don't even put that thought in his head. You know, I feel
Mhm.
like, genuinely, if I want to, like, get to know somebody, I want to get to know somebody past the makeup and past the nice clothing. I want to go in there looking like a straight up, like, this is who I am. Fresh clothes and a ponytail. And let's go ahead. If you can get past that part, then everything else just slowly start making its way. But Kevin Samuel, sometimes, I understand. Like, I'm not going to say I understand him, but he's a man. And as a woman, I'm never really going to understand what it is to be a man. So the
Right.
only thing we can do is ask questions and not assume. But if we going by off of assumption, because like you said, you claim that If a dude tell you that that's not what they want, then they're lying. So we're gonna go with the assumptions that every man just want to smash. So ladies, we got to keep that thought in our heads because basically Kevin Samuels already stamped that with his his theory. If you want to go out to dinner after 5 o'clock, just know you got to give up the cakes. So
I had to say it like that.
uh,
Just don't
yeah,
be
like, but I
going out.
understand. No, but I understand. Like he was you know, it is an option. You know, you don't have to. You don't necessarily have to. But my thing is, why
Yeah,
waste the time? You know, everybody work hard for their money. Everybody, you know, bust their ass and do what they got to do. So I think that's just not. It's just not fair for the individual, especially if you know that's what is he looking to do. He could have did that and actually spent it on somebody who was gonna give him what he wanted at the end of the night.
yeah. You ain't a big Kevin Samuels fan, but in his defense, people call his show. I will say this to refine. This is the fine print. I can genuinely want to get to know you, Nay. Me and you're
hmm
dating. But
hmm
yes, I absolutely want to smash. Hell, if it don't work out, I can walk away. Hell, well, I had the encounter with Nate, but
hmm
I don't care how nice you think I am. If I like you and I'm attracted to you and I want you, I absolutely want to smash. And I don't know why we keep demonizing sex. Like TD Jakes even said that we need sex. We don't want sex.
It's not necessarily of the
We're
need. It's
demonized.
not necessarily of the need. It's a mental thing because if you think about everything that's around you, movies, what you see, sex, music, what you hear, sex. If everything is sex, 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 they program in everybody's mind to only feel like that's what you need to think about is sex. But if you discipline yourself and you become mentally strong, you do not need it. I mean, you might want it, but it is never a need. So there's so much uh, perverts and pedophiles and
Yeah,
rapists out there because they feel that's what they need and they're going to go and get it however way they're going to get it. So they prey on the young, they prey on the old, they just prey on everybody. So no, it's not a need. It's just the fact that it's brainwashed. Everywhere you go you see sex, 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 sex. If your music is not about sex, you don't hear it. If it don't have a sex scene in the movie, it's not good. You're going to always see sex. They are trying to drill that in your head. So when somebody say they need that, it's kind of like, oh, do you really need it or do you want it? Because a need is strong. So if you're telling me you get locked up for the rest of your life, 25 to life, and as a man you're telling me you need it, what's going to happen then?
and put a hole in the mattress.
Listen, I'm just saying, like,
Nah,
let's be honest,
nah.
So that's how I look at things. I think the older I get, I start looking and seeing things a little differently, and just how everything is programmed. We are programmed, should just programmed, and if you go against the program, everybody thinks you're crazy. If you really think outside the box, everybody thinks you're crazy. It's just always something in that sense. But yeah, we find ways. We find ways to push through.
Okay, so let me go to phase two, right? You are single, right?
Yes.
Well, for radio, for the segment's sake, you're single.
No, I'm single. I am single for every sake.
Oh, okay, we're not. Listen,
Okay.
I wish y'all know how me and a relationship. We have had quite the relationship. Now, do I love her? Absolutely. Nay fits the profile. She is. She's interesting. It's almost some love and basketball because sometimes they call me with some stuff like today. And I'm like, why would you tell me that? But I actually was like, I'm glad that you feel safe enough to be you, unapologetically you, 100%. You are you. So I can appreciate it. But I ask you something. So you got so many single women, some amazing women on paper, right?
hmm
All right. And you got X amount of guys. It's two
hmm
questions, but I'm gonna go with the first one, right? Because no, I'm gonna go with this one first. Why nobody has any thoughts about the guy, the ideal guy? We don't want to use the word high value, but the ideal guy that's out here, that ideal bachelor that all the women want. why nobody realize or recognize how hard it is for him dating out here, right? Because a lot of people, a majority of women, you can defend this, are saying that they want relationships and they want to get married, but a lot of them are just saying F it and they're looking for situationship. So a lot of them might say they're looking for all of that, but really, if they can get a sane dude and they getting, some visits once or twice a week, that's working for them.
Hmm.
So, so the guy that's out here that's the ideal dude, he dates you, right? And he dates you, and y'all don't work out. So
Hmm.
then he meets one of your friends, unknowing to him, and then he likes the friend, but the friend like, oh, you talk to Nate, and I can't talk to you because you talk to the homie. I
Hmm.
think y'all, first of all, nobody recognizes the hurdles it is for these 5 or 10 last good men that y'all portraying to be out here. But I think y'all create these rules that's hurting y'all from getting the man. Like, who cares if I dated, if I wasn't married? Well, I don't even care about that. I might not work out with you, and I could meet your friend, and we might get married and have the best relationship. It seems like y'all keep making up all these rules, all of us. And I feel like, hell, some of us are 35, 40. You don't have the luxury to keep making excuses while you single.
Hmm. Some people just might like to be single. What so? Okay, so I feel like as an individual and that as you being an adult, you know what it is that you want, right? You should know yourself better than anybody else should know yourself. So if you're just that type of person that is just in it for the moment, just be in it for the moment, embrace the moment and enjoy it. If you are in it for the long haul, then if somebody is really in it from the long haul, they want to be with somebody they can see, they can grow old with. Sometimes we can't foresee that, but we can just imagine that. You see what I'm saying? Because if that's the case, then we will all know what the hell is going to happen. But unfortunately, we don't. So I would say, as an individual, just know yourself and just know what it is that you want. And I think that would just cut out a lot of the confusion and the miscommunication and things like that. So if you know you're a cheater, right, and you always been a cheater all your life, some men come around a girl and be like, "Yo, I don't ever want to hurt this girl because I value her too much." You know what I'm saying? But he'll go and do everybody else. I see what that says.
Auntie Evelyn, hey, we miss you.
So, I just think that people should know who they are. Like for instance, I think I know myself right at this moment because I ain't gonna say think because
Yeah,
we all go through our phases.
profession.
Sometimes one thing we might like, maybe 10 years later we might not no longer like it. So sometimes we go through our phases. If you notice you're the type of person that go through phases and you keep switching up your men all the time, then maybe it's you. Maybe you just don't want to be in a relationship, but you feel that you need to be in a relationship because that's what everybody think that you should be doing. Some people fall into that, oh, you should get married. Some people don't want to get married. I'm an individual that is not on my bucket list to do. I never was like, oh, I think at one point in time I was. But as time went on in life, it's like when I got close to marriage, it's like I don't want to do it. So I believe that everybody should just know what it is that they want at a certain point of their life. But if you know that you're not going to be with somebody for a long haul, just tell it what it is. You might be good for that person for the moment. Maybe you find somebody just like you that's dealing like have a problem with commitment and just do y'all and y'all keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying just run through everybody, but in the sense of if you think about it, that's what you're gonna do anyway. So I mean, I say you gotta live life. Everybody will feel like it's rules to living life, and it's really there isn't really is rules because they're governed to us, but other than that, like, yo, I feel like everybody should be entitled to feel in love and to date how they want to, as long as you're not disrespecting or hurting the other individual that you are in. So if you know you ain't shit, let it be known in the beginning. Like, let's just be honest with some women know men ain't shit, but they still will date them even though they know they not shit. So you might as well just tell them from the beginning you ain't shit and let that be an option whether they want to do it or not. So I feel like, you know, sometimes it's for the moment. People think they're going to get married and be together forever, and then they go through phases of their life and they just end up growing apart. And then what happened? Did you fail, or you just did the best you can, and you had your happy moments, and then when it made its course, you just kept it moving. Honestly, I think, like, there's this is we was taught that we supposed to be in a relationship with one person. We was taught that, but naturally, you could be with somebody, you can love somebody and still desire to be with somebody else. And that's not saying that you don't love the other person any less. It's just that's just a natural freaking feeling. Some people is very disciplined where they wouldn't even do it. I'm in a relationship. I want Some people are just good at that, but then some people for a week. So I mean, do you fault them? You fault them for lying, but then at the same time, if they told, I don't know, it just could go so many ways. But I'm just saying I just feel like people just should know who they are and just know how to, manage and maintain their life, you know?
Interesting, Nate. Listen, I thought I was about to get a confession out of you tonight. Listen, so this is turning. We're creating dialogue because I am going to copy the conversation between Baldwin and I can't think. I always forget her name in the end. Let me ask you a question, hypothetical. All right,
Hmm.
me and you are in love. We're married. We've been together for 20 years. Now,
Hmm.
we've been together for 5 years, right? It doesn't work out,
Hmm.
right? You leave. After the breakup, how do you gauge? Would you reconsider what you had being love? Like for me, I'm with you. We break up. After the breakup, I'm still, even though we're not together, I'm still loving towards you, where I
Hmm.
still have a pure heart. Like, hey, you know, when it comes to sending business your way, or I am, someone talks about Nate, I'm like, oh man, she's a good person. Da da da. Even if it's,
Hmm.
I'm hurting, I'm still being positive. But
Hmm.
on the other end, they like that beep 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 beep, and you like it's somebody that you guys were so in love.
Hmm.
Do you reconsider? Would you actually reconsider that the love? Like, would you think it wasn't valid because, like, you had a good thing, you were in love, but I always look at people after the breakup. I always gauge the love afterwards because whether we're together or not, if you love somebody, you're gonna love them even when it hurts.
Hmm.
And I don't know if people ever really think that's important, or say the person is different afterward. That means they didn't really love you.
Um, you
I'm giving you
know,
some heavy stuff tonight.
huh?
I'm giving you some heavy stuff tonight.
Well, I honestly see everybody, everybody, everybody has, they feel things differently, they think things differently, and they might, you know, respond to, oh, they might not even respond, but they might just handle the situation a little differently. Sometimes, when you think of a breakup, you think that something caused that breakup. You know what I'm saying? So I think like when you're away from someone, you with them for all this time, it's like you're gonna miss it because that's what you was used to. It depends, especially if it was all good. Like if I can always think about everything good and we broke up, then it'll make me think like, well, what did we break up for? So, I always say that sometimes couples do need to, take a vacation away or go away for some time and, just miss that individual so you can see like what you have and how it feels when you're apart. Not as so much of when you're like after a breakup. I just feel like A break doesn't necessarily mean you jump to the next person, but a break is like, okay, let's see how this is going to feel if we're away from each other. If we're away from each other and it's like, oh, I don't miss you, or I'm not thinking about you, then obviously that wasn't the relationship that was meant to happen. But if we take this break and all I do is think about you and I want to call you and what you're doing and I miss you, and it is because it's something happy, you're something good, even if it's for them, like even if we're married for 5 of those years, and it had to be good in that relationship. So if you can always think about the good and make you put you in that space, and it makes you overlook the bad, I guess, whatever caused the breakup, then maybe there could be some reconsideration. Sometimes I feel like I said, you just need to take a break. So if that break is going to bring me back, then you know it had to be more good than it was bad. But I never want to go back to something that didn't make me feel good, make me feel uneasy, make me feel like I I just didn't want to do it anymore. So,
But
I wouldn't reconsider it. Even if you show me all the love in the world, it's like that's great. But at the same time, I'm happier without you. So if I'm at that peace where if I leave you and I find my peace, then it's like, or if I leave and I do find my peace, that means the relationship wasn't peaceful. It was draining. It was draining. So it's time for me to walk away from it. And sometimes you might could love somebody and you can always love them, but doesn't necessarily mean I have to share the same space. Yeah, I don't have to no longer share each other's energy. So sometimes it's just best to just keep walking, keep it moving. But you can
so,
always have love for the person.
so I'm would I be wrong if I felt like after the relationship you treating me bad made me feel like you didn't really love me when we were together?
Well, some people react differently to relationships. That's what I said. Like, some people get hurt to the point where, all they want to do is think about all the bad shit. And the bad shit is going to make them get over their feelings for you. The more I think about the bad stuff, I won't ever I could easily erase them out of my mind. But if I'm going to sit there and dwell on everything good, it's going to always make me go back. So it's kind of like one of those situations. It's like, you got to know how you really feel. And even though you might just used to somebody, you still gotta find your happiness within you. And if that person was not contributing to whatever, to your own happiness already, then keep it moving. Of course, some people are going to feel that way. That's the easiest way for some people to get over people. Is just, oh no, he was this and he was that, because in their mind mentally, that's what they're doing to get over you. That's when it's going to make it easy to get over, because they want to get over you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I mean,
22.
I'm no doctor, I'm no psychiatrist, no psychologist or whatever, but that's what I think.
Okay, we're great friends. We're gonna answer this question about each other. What is it gonna take to see Naysimone in a happy, loving relationship in 2022? I'm gonna answer that. I'm gonna answer that.
Go ahead, answer that.
Nay Simone is going to have to let go of fear of disappointment and give someone a true opportunity to join her chaotic, busy life. She's going to have to lose the fear of disappointment and trust that this might be the person that's going to love me, even though I'm doing 100 things.
Okay, so
Bam!
that's is not a fear. It could be some fear there, but not so much for me, but for the other person. Is because I know that I come with layers. And I'm not talking about drama, but I'm just talking about, everybody has their shits. Everybody come with their own shits, and it's just the shit that you just want to deal with. So, I won't say it's the fear of me being disappointed. It's the fear of me hurting someone,
Mm,
because I never want to bring somebody. So it's like I'm working on it. I'm working on it. One of my flaws, right, I'm working on, is that I easily get turned off from a lot of things. You know, it could be something you say, something you do, something you don't do. And I can just literally just get turned off to the point I'm like, ew, ugh. You know what I'm saying? And that's my thing is just trying to see how I don't know. I don't even know how to work on that, but I have a fear of bringing somebody in and then it's like, yeah, nah, I don't want to do this,
Mm. Damn. I appreciate you for that. No, for real. Being transparent, that's a real, genuine answer. So I
Yeah.
stick that in, but yeah, I think a person can appreciate that. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's honestly what it is. It's like I don't want to hurt because I know how it feels to be hurt. So I never want to be that person that hurts somebody. And I know how I am. Like, not for, not to, I don't be cliche or anything like that, but um, I have people who fell for me pretty hard. And it's like it's not the fear of disappointment, it's the fear of me probably not exactly wanting the same thing a person wants. Like a person would want to get in a relationship to get married. And like I said, that's really not on my bucket list to do. But I would date you for all my motherfucking life if that's the case. We could do. And you know, I just don't want to. I just don't want to go that route as far as a relationship. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I would rather not. But some people have it where they feel like they want to do it, they need to do it. And I might like somebody, and then when it gets to that point, it's like, yeah, nah, I don't want to do it anymore. So
Women afraid of the N word.
marriage.
Yeah. Listen, that's gonna be a new. Listen. All right. Gotcha.
I mean, but that's just me. That's just me. It's one of those things where, how can I put it? I don't know. I don't. Yes, and it's not so much of the commitment. It's just so much that comes from how the
Expectation.
government want us to become a union.
You
I
just
wouldn't mind
rebellious.
doing it. I just don't mind. I don't mind a union, but not with the government.
You just rebellious. You
I
just
mean,
rebellious.
I just know me. I just know me. You know what I'm saying? I just know me.
Okay.
You
Okay.
know,
So me.
like I can honestly say one minute I might like you a lot, and
Mm-hmm.
then the next minute I might not even like you at all.
That poof pow.
And yeah, like, and it's bad because I cut people off like
Mm-hmm. Sure do.
my cutoff game is strong, so that's why I don't entertain anything that I don't want to entertain. So
You're
that
protecting
goes
people.
back to that.
You're protecting other people.
Because
That's
I mean, yeah, I mean that's just what it is.
okay. What is it gonna take for me?
What it's going to take for you to find somebody?
What's gonna take me to be in a relationship or married in 2022?
Oh, I don't know.
You know me so well.
I mean, but it's,
Mm.
I don't know.
I ain't seen your
Like,
cheekbones like that in a while. Just
no, because you know what? It's funny because you be having girls who be. I'm trying to think. Hey, you can read that. That one is tiny on my phone.
I'll come back in a minute. I be having what?
Um, you just be having girls throwing themselves at you and stuff. I mean, it's not hard for you. You know what I'm saying? So I
They don't
mean,
mean relationship.
I mean, if you want to be happy, I don't know why honest people just don't live. I mean, I'm not going to say live for the moment, but if even if you build with somebody for 5 years, 5 years, it's like you had a good time, like you was happy in those. Well, hopefully you was happy within those 5 years. You got happy moments in those 5 years. You got memories in those 5 years, or whatever it is. I mean, sometimes see this could go so many ways,
That's what the
but
comment is. That's what the comment saying. Like Evelyn said, as far as the relationship thing go, it's always complicated. Like you said, young lady, there are too many avenues in a relationship. So
Mhm.
for Nate, you said I have people throwing, you're right. But what I'm saying in defense of that is, uh, man, I don't have a defense. I really don't. I'm just saying, I listen from where I was to who I am. I think now I don't have any answers. Like I was bragging to you, like I did the work. I didn't date. I worked on myself. I did all of that TDJ stuff that you're supposed to do to get over a breakup, let your heart heal, make sure you
Mhm.
healed, and all of that stuff, right?
Mhm.
And now I'm not. I don't even know. It feel like I feel like I got out of prison. You know, I do get out of prison after 20 years in the new world out here. I don't understand a lot of stuff. Give you an example. I had met someone that we had been friends probably a year, and I heard something like, "Hey, they wanted to meet you." So I finally met them. Present conversation. So I'm like, "Hey, I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna see. I don't have my card, so I'll give you my number. I'm gonna message you my number." So again, I learned a lesson. You're supposed to ask for a number because giving a number is like supposed to be like egotistical. If you don't know that, all right. So in my mind, talk to the person. Hey, you married? No. Engaged? No. Got a boo? No. Had a good conversation, and then in my mind, I'm excited. Like, damn, I really want to meet this person, and we ain't talked yet. You get what I'm saying? So in my mind, I'm like, well, not to sound arrogant, I'm like, I think I'm what you're looking for, but you know, that's just transparent. In my mind, I'm like I think I would be a great catch for you. I think I would be a great husband, a great boyfriend. I think I bring some good stuff to the table. So then you got disappointment, and then you talk about the women that's throwing, but it's like maybe like I said, it's a lot of people out here that's saying they want relationships, but it ain't what that is. It's like
They want moment
a
ships.
culture. Huh?
They want moment ships, and it's
Yes.
okay for the moment ships. Like honestly, like I said, you have to be realistic with yourself, and you got to know what it is that you are capable and not capable of doing. Now, some women will go out and they will get a relationship and make somebody fall in love with them or whatever, and all because they want to get married. I want to get married. So they be in the whole because, like, some people feel like they need to do it, and once they did it, they got it. They over it. They on to the next. So I've known people who dated, and even during the date, is like, if you want to be with me, you got to marry me. And some people fall for it, and they married now, and then years later, it's like they're getting a divorce. It's like some people just search for different things in a relationship. So I mean, some people just want to say they married.
Oh,
They want to say that's my husband. They want to say that's my wife. But do you really want that? Like, people are not honest with themselves. It's like, do you really want that? You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
I've observed that. But like I said, right now, for a single dude with two teeth and a little money in his pocket, being a bachelor would be amazing. I'm past that. I don't want random hookups. Like I'm really at a point where I need
Okay.
somebody that can be honest. I want somebody that can travel and go with me and
And they can do all of that. There's a lot
right.
of people that can still do all of that, but they like they're just not the long haul type of person. Like, they want to and they will try to, but then there's a limit to everybody.
No.
After a while, people get tired and people want change and people want this, and it's just a fact. Like I said in the very beginning, that's what we was taught. We was taught that we need to be in one relationship. We need to get married, and this is what we was taught. So everybody's thinking like, oh, this is how I was raised. I have to get married. Like, I want my daddy to walk me down the aisle, and I want So a lot of people want it, but they really don't want it because they're not
No.
honest with themselves.
I'm saying a brother can even deal with a relationship. I'm not saying I'm gonna get married tomorrow, but
Hmm.
it'd be good to have something that's one on one, right?
Hmm.
Now, if you got a sister out there that say she ain't well, she don't want this or that, but she want to get physical, yeah, dudes, we're gonna be about that. Dudes not gonna pass up on that. So I know that sounds hypocritical, but just
You know what it is? I
be
feel
100
like
with y'all too.
I feel like, you know, because I just feel like because the way society is going, the morals are have changed. The morals have changed. So a lot of people are not, they don't know how to love because, their parents probably wasn't a good example or they didn't have good examples around. You know what I'm saying? So, some people go in a relationship thinking what love is, maybe never experienced it, still
Mm.
don't know what it is. And
Yeah,
yeah,
you gotta explain that one, cause
moment shifts.
cause you put a good little, you created a word tonight. You need to go trademark it. You call it moment ship. We call it hooking up.
I mean, it's however you want to do it. Like I was just saying, if everybody was honest with themselves and honest with people that they interact with, I just feel that everything would be so much easier. But people feel like if I don't say what I need to say to get to this person or to get what I want, then it ain't gonna never happen. Some people come with different motives. Like, just be honest. Like, listen, I'm a good person. I'm decent. I'm this. I'm that. But when it comes to relationships, I'm not the best at it. I never made it to the point where I got married or whatever. Just be honest. Like, everybody is not perfect. People looking for perfection. But when it comes to certain things, like if somebody asks me if I'm married, marriage material, what is marriage material? You can be married and stay by your partner, do better or for worse, through sickness and through health and all that other shit. And I'm freaking miserable. You know what I'm saying? I am miserable. So it's really, and it's like, now I want to get a divorce. So it's like, when I say moment shifts, I mean, even if it's 5 years, it could be 10 years, it could be 20 years. And then if it decides to take its toll, then I'm not a person who is going to be like, okay, I'm not going to waste any more time. It's time to let go, and I will let go. But if you're talking about forever, I can't promise forever. I can't nobody make promises. I can promise I can come to somebody's event and God forbid somebody tail-ended me. Now I don't have no car because my car is all smashed up on the back of somebody's freaking car and whatever. Just say nobody knows what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? We just want to imagine tomorrow we're going to wake up and we're going to be here to keep living another day and another day. We don't know what's going to happen. So when I say moment shift, it's like it could be 15, it could be 20. It just might not be forever.
Mm.
But if that's what you're doing is making you feel good for that moment, you're living your life, and that's a part of your life that you're experiencing, experience it. You
Mm.
know, and that's what I mean. Like, everything doesn't. We can't never nothing. I can't say nothing is forever.
Facts.
Something's gonna die. Somebody's gonna not saying, things die. Some things don't last forever, but energy. And if it's
Well,
the right energy, it could possibly last until the end of time. But you
so
know,
just
some
entertain
people.
and enjoy a few romance filled relationships. I got it.
I mean, think about it. You got married people who's
Hmm.
been married for years. They love each other to death. They got kids. They married. They all of that. But then let's just say during this marriage, and just during this marriage, the wife decides, she doesn't want to have sex and she doesn't want to do this anymore. And it's like, whatever. So now you got your husband out here, dry dick, ain't getting nothing, and he wanted. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So then it's like, what do he do in the point when, you know, the wife don't want to step in, or even there's times where men don't be wanting to have sex and the woman be wanting to have it. Oh, my husband don't never want to have sex and I
Hmm.
feel like it, so I mean, when you think about relationships sometimes, it's like, what happens in those situations? You could talk about it all day long. Doesn't necessarily means anything is going to change, because sometimes people change during the course of relationship. Uh-oh, I see those comments popping up.
Yeah, but interesting part about it, you don't have to give me forever. Just give me a fair chance and give me a good effort.
Yeah, give you a good effort. I'm not saying not to. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, some people really fail at relationships. And I say that because, like I'm going to be honest, me, if you do me wrong, if something happens in this relationship and I feel like I can't, like that trust is forever gone, I can never give you that forever. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't never look at you the same way. I could never look at you the same way. So if you do wrong and it is like, okay, we're gonna still work out this relationship, I already know that I don't want to do it because now I'm looking at you wrong. It's gonna take so much for me to flip and turn and turn shit back around because sometimes once you lost something big as trust, it's hard to even deal with somebody in that fact. So yeah, I call them moment chips because for the moment that we're together and we're doing this relationship, it might not be forever. It might just, like I said, be for the moment. But you could give your fair shot and you could do everything you want to do. But shit happens sometimes. And me, like, when married people, you gotta fight. You gotta fight for each other's love and shit. I'm not fighting for it. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Once you do me, I'm not gonna fight for it. It's gonna be like, okay, I'm good. So that's why I say, like, when you say marriage material, like I've known people who partners done, maybe stepped out and things of that sort like that. And then do you think that person will ever still look at you the same way? If you knew your wife was out there cheat, or you found out that your wife was cheating on you and you didn't know about it and you confronted them and they lied and stuff like that, it's like, would you ever look at that person the same way? Or every time she step out, you're going to want to know, I wonder if she's going to be with that dude. I wonder what like you're going to always have that. You always going to have that in your mind. Like it's going to always be a thought. It's going to be hard for you to have a forever with somebody you don't trust.
Yeah, I don't wish that on nobody. 'Cause
So,
that's
but
mental
some
warfare.
people, some people will still rock. They will still go strong. I know myself as an individual and I know I wouldn't be able to. I'm not gonna say I know, but right now, as I feel and as I stand, I said if I was to ever get in that relationship, I don't think I would be able to handle it. Because I have situations on a daily basis where I feel like somebody might move a little funny or do some things, and I'm looking back like, oh, okay. And now I'm gonna always look at you.
Uh-oh. Well, I guess she will be back in a second. Mentorship, more mentorship. Interesting concept. While everybody's going, I want to ask y'all, how do I get to be the bad guy on the Black Super Friends podcast? Because after the last show, when we talked about Kevin Hart and we talked about Dating After Five, all I said was some very transparent things. And somehow I got some good old messages the next morning, but I don't know how Chris Leo is now the angel of the show, and I have turned into Chris Brown on the show. I might be the Kevin Samuels of the show, the Charlemagne of the God on the show. So I gotta figure it out. Hey, what's up, Valou Pierre, Chris Leo, Auntie Evelyn, the fifth member of Jodeci, Cat Carter. I don't know what happened to Naysimone. I'm pretty sure her phone kicked her off. Yeah, was your phone kicked you off? You got a phone call?
No, it just clicked off. Like I was like, what happened?
And you probably got that motor going too. Good. I mean, you was talking real good.
That's how we talk. That's how we talk. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? That's how we talk.
but
Like, cause
that's the
I'm
point of
always I'm always gonna speak my truth. I can't really speak for everybody else because, like I said, everybody perceive things differently. Everybody might view things differently. I would never tell somebody to think what I think. If I have a friend that will come to me and telling me they have issues with their husbands or their partner, I always tell them, do what makes you feel good. You know what I'm saying? I can't give you those answers. I don't know how you feel. I don't know what your tolerance level is. I don't know what you're capable of dealing with. I'm not going to sit here and tell you what you should do. Just do what you got to do. You really know what it is that you got to do. You know what I'm saying? So I would never tell somebody, leave him alone or da-da, unless you know he's physically. I would never want somebody to be with somebody that's going to physically and emotionally abuse someone. But at the end of the day, that person got to want to leave. That person has to want to leave. I can't make nobody do what it is that they want to do. So as a grown adult, you should know who you are as an individual and just move accordingly and just be honest. Like that's just what it is. You know, if you know you ain't shit, just tell people you ain't shit.
And that's the one who gonna get them all.
Hey,
Cause y'all
hey,
superheroes, some super savers out here.
I,
Oh, why you say that? Nah, that's not true. Oh, listen, man. As much as y'all talk about married men and toxic men get all the women.
you know, I'm gonna be honest. Let's talk about that real quick because I know a lot of people is not gonna like what I have to say, but I'm just gonna be
Typical,
honest.
typical
You
Trump.
know, a lot
Hmm.
of people is not gonna like what I say, but like this is just my thoughts and this is how I feel. You know, in a relationship, yes, you and like people want to get married. This is why I say this. What I was saying, people get married, and I feel when you get married, y'all have a job to each other. Each other, you know, y'all got to make sure each other is all needs are met.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So you know that's why when people are like, "Oh, she's a side chick," she's a side chick. Listen, you be surprised that some like you said the people who just want to get a quick whatever and they okay with it. You got females who like, hey, I just want to borrow your husband for a couple of hours. He gonna come home, like he can come right back to you. But if you're not going to do what I want to do to him, then why not give me the opportunity? Like, let's just be honest, you don't want to do it. So if you don't want to do it and somebody's willing to take the job and send his ass home, I don't see what the problem is because you're not doing it anyway. And people look at me like, oh my gosh, how would you say that? I'm like, just be honest. Like, you know, it is a shortage of men. Is more females than it
Meat
is men on
slangers.
this earth, right? Then yeah, you got guys who like to play with. You got the swords. You know, they like to sword, and then you have ones that's just not here. So then you just have whatever's left over. You got your married ones and you just got your ones that's just single and just doing whatever. But sometimes I think about that. Most married men or just most people in relationships will go harder than it is when they in their own relationship, but they don't want to leave each other. They
Yeah.
don't want to leave each other. Like, I love him, and if you're going to be with him, okay, be with him. The girl don't want your husband. She just want him for the moment. I mean, stop saying moment. She just want him for whenever she can have him, and see he can come right back home to you. And that's why there's so many people playing that role, because it's just the fact that most, and I'm not going to say all, but most couples, they kind of lose their way and they get too comfortable, they get too lax, and they just stop pleasing their partners. And then what happens? It's like, honestly, let's just be real. Like, people don't want to live in that reality, thinking like, oh, he would never. Maybe he won't. You got some people who are that disciplined and that won't do that. But at the end of the day, like, ladies, take care of your men. Men, take care of your ladies, vice versa. Maybe she's not doing something because you're not doing something. But if it's just a disconnect in there, you're going to always be somebody that's going to be willing to pick up those pieces and then send his ass right back home. Like, I'm not saying that's what I do, but I'm just saying, like, that's just what it is. I'm just being honest. If we being honest.
Which proves my point that sex is very important on all aspects. So, I listen when we have our shows. Chris broke it down the other day, good, but I let him share his own segment. But and we talk about relationships. All men think about sex. Oh, I'm looking for this, and that. And I'm like, cool. So he's unfair to say like, yeah, sex is something for me. Don't demonize me for having it. So somebody inboxed me and was like, oh, it's so sad that you made that comment. When I made the comment, hey, whether it's brunch or lunch, yeah, we want to hunch. Like,
Yeah, I know you said that.
oh, that's sad that you would say something like that. All y'all think about is sex. It's like,
But and then see, and that's why I say, as a man, I would never know how it feels to be a man. But
what do we ask for?
huh?
What do men ask for? From in a relationship or from a woman?
But this the
What
thing
does
about
he
it in the
ask for?
okay, so okay, let's be honest too, because yes, men want sex, but at the same time, us women want things too. So if you lack giving the woman the very thing that you was doing when you got her, she's going to take that one thing that you're not. If y'all both was doing things in the beginning that you're no longer doing, you can't expect for her to just constantly
Damn,
give you what you want. Like
damn,
it has to be a balance though. But let's be honest, it has to be a balance. The same thing you did to get sex is the same thing you should continue to do in your in your relationship, whether you're married, whether you're not. Like you got to keep the same thing. If you know this is what got you this, then keep doing that. Because then you will keep getting what you want. But as long as there's a lack in something, it's going to always be a lack. And it's not just, oh, well, she didn't give me no ass. Okay, so what didn't you do for her? Like
that's the first thing. It's like a
it's a
reward.
two-way. It's a
It's
no,
almost like a
it's
doggy
a two,
treat.
no, it's a two-way. It's a
Doggy treat.
two-way. It's a two-way. It's a two-way street.
It's a
It's a
doggy
two-way
treat.
street. No, it's a two-way street.
And
Okay, so for
if you
instance,
love
okay, let's be honest. Let's be
physically,
honest.
you get
Let's just take the sex all the way out.
okay.
If you take the sex out of the relationship, can you and your partner continue to be happy? Now let's take the sex out. There's no sex. Let's take sex out. Let's say sex didn't exist, right? And all you with your partner for the rest of your life. Now, everybody forget about the personality. Everybody forgets about the characteristics, the funds, the great things besides the sex. So you can have all of these great things going for you, and the one thing you worry about is the sex. And you be like, oh, well, she's not giving me no sex. And then it's like, okay, but what about all these great things over here? Like, do you not remember the things that you're doing? Like both of y'all, let's just say sex was out. Both of y'all great together. You have great chemistry and everything is great. Y'all together. And whatever y'all was doing to keep the relationship spicy is great. Now, if the sex coming into play, I want sex, you want sex, let's have sex. Now we having sex, right?
Mhm.
So when you say it's a reward thing, I don't
That-
necessarily
That's
feel
how
like
you were
it's,
treating it. That's
hold
how you
on,
were treating it.
huh?
That's how you were making it sound.
No, but I'm just saying people forget what brought them together in the first place. They forget what it was when you first met. Like when you first met the person, you did everything. Y'all, both of y'all, and it wasn't just the
Uh-huh.
sex. Y'all did everything to lead up to the sex. You know what I'm saying? And then it just stops.
Yeah.
So it's like you got me, you got the sex. Now you feel like we don't have to do these things that we used to do. How come how come that's not like people don't see that part about it? You know what I'm saying? They just see like, oh, I'm not giving sex. Do you guys ever sit back and say, damn, you know what? I didn't tell her how beautiful she was this week. Or I didn't buy her those pretty roses that she likes. Or I didn't say the nice little things. Or I didn't rub her back. Or I didn't make her, I didn't do those things. But you was doing all those things when you got her. So do y'all guys ever step back and think about the things that y'all used to do to get us in order to keep the same shit that you always had? Like, do people even think about that shit? Because sometimes, like, honestly, sex is, don't get me wrong, sex is great sometimes, the right
No,
person.
no, sometimes.
But at the same time, I think I'm more, like you said, females, we're more mental, we're more physically, emotional, all that. We are. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can't even get to the sex if I'm not uh mentally attracted to you. Like you could be attracted and I have a conversation with you or we talk and I'm just like, ew, no, I'm good. So sometimes it's not even the physical with us. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, the majority of the time for most females, when we get with somebody, we love, you know, during other things. It's not the sex with us. But see, men, it's the sex with y'all. So to y'all might think that's a treat to y'all because that's how you always looked at it. But that's not how we always look at shit. So
I
that's
think
what I'm saying. It's gonna always kind of be that always be that little
the vibe.
disconnect because we females we think one way, you're a man, we think one way, and you I think one way, and we think we supposed to assume it's the assumption. Well, don't you think you should have known? No, I don't know. If you're not speaking to me, we don't communicate this, and we and overstand it, we would never get anywhere. It's gonna always be a disconnect.
Okay, this is how I gauge things. When I meet you, I am looking at the variables, right? Can I be around the person? Your personality. Are you funny? You got some ambition. Hell, you have some spirituality. Can I stand to be around you? Right? I personally, I need to assess all of that. Right? The sex for me is the stamp. That's the cherry on top.
Mhm.
Right? For me,
Mhm.
like, let me
Mhm.
make sure she got all these things in place that make me even want to be around her ass. Because
Mhm.
we'll get to, because once you into them, like, man, I really like this chick. I'm vibing with this chick. Yes,
Mhm.
then I'm looking like, oh boy, I can't wait to show how much I like her.
Mhm.
So that's mine. That's how I gauge it. Because say we do get in a relationship, and once you get older, sex goes out the window. You getting to be senior citizen. Well, maybe not because of Viagra and all that now, but it's gonna be a time where as y'all get older in that 20, 30-year relationship, sex ain't gonna be that prevalent. You know what I mean? So can I be around? Do I, without the sex on the table, do I want to sleep next to this person? Do I want to watch TV with my girl? Do I want to go to dinner with my girl? Do I want to go on a walk? Like, this is my friend.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
that's how I look at things.
Mhm.
I look at
Oh,
things.
do you? Because you was just the guy up here saying that, you know,
Uh,
having dinner after 5 o'clock.
did you just say as we get there? I get you, but listen, if I thank you, you just proved my point. You know my rules, and we're gonna blow it back out there. When I meet you, I'm gonna have a phone call with you. We're gonna chat, right? Let me see what you're about. We might even FaceTime after that because a lot of people be my color, but then on their pictures they your color, right? Love story. And then three, we go out to dinner. So by the time, yes, I've gotten to know, like, it's something about me that likes you. It's a good interest in there. So we
Mhm.
not even going to dinner. So if I got all of that with you, I'm liking you, and we're going to dinner. Absolutely, I want to smash Nate. Now that's on my side of the ball. If I like you and all of that stuff, and you go out to dinner with me knowing, like, I don't like the way he dressed. He got a big head. He got a laser eye. Whatever your feeling is, no. I do those to avoid what people do now. These microwave dates. Hey, blah blah blah. Let me take you out to dinner. You meet at dinner, and then you're trying to assess if you got anything to connect y'all together besides sex.
Oh, so when I was on the show the last time and I said, hey, they got apps like this where you can FaceTime and you can see somebody and you can talk and then, why waste money? Why go out? You know what I'm saying? When you can get to know somebody via like this and just have
Mm-hmm.
genuine conversations and genuinely connect with people.
I believe in
And
that.
then and I feel like, after that, if the feeling is mutual, then yeah, you go out because at that point you know whether you're gonna like the person or not. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So that's how I said, and that's what I said the last time. You remember when I was on the show the last time. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with virtually getting to know somebody. And then when you feel comfortable enough to go step out, then you step out. But then at the same time, if you're still not on, well, I'm going to give them some cakes at the end of the night, don't go on a date showing your cakes. You know what I'm saying? Don't go on a date showing your boobs and your breasts and enticing somebody that you already know. Even if you know you like the guy, but you're not going to give him A for the night, why even make that a thought to him? It's like, oh, okay, let's go chill. We don't even have to go out to eat. Why do a date have to be dinner? And I would say that when a guy be like, oh, I want to take you out to dinner. No, I don't want to go out to dinner. Like, I don't want to go out to eat. Like, why do dinner have to be the standard date? No, let's listen. You know where we go? Let's go meet up at the gym, or let's go take this walk in the park.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Let's just go take a stroll. We could just go for a walk. How about that? Let's just go for a walk. We ain't got to go nowhere. None of that shit. Let's just go for a walk. Let's go find a location and just walk and let's walk and talk and let's do. We don't have to go to dinner. We don't have to necessarily go out there. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a person that if I go out, we going Dutch. And people like, well, why do you want to go Dutch? Because we both coming for the same thing. Why is it that he has to put in more than I'm putting in? I feel like it should always be an equal thing, and that's just my thought. That's how I think. That's my thought
I would
process.
never allow you to go Dutch.
I listen,
Mm-hmm.
and if that's your choice, if we going out and you say no, I don't want to go. Okay, I'm not going to fight you either. but I'm gonna always have that in my mind. Like, I'm basically gonna put in the same energy that you put in this. In this, you see what I'm saying? That's how I say. I don't, it's always it's always that the man's supposed to do this and the man's supposed to do that, and I get it. But nowadays it's a little different. You know what I'm saying? So I'm moving with the time, and if I want to go out and enjoy company with somebody, I don't mind paying for my own way. I don't. But if you say I got it, hey, I'm not going to fight you either. But
When we first introduced that and I shared that on air, I took a lot of backlash, right? And now I gotta believe, is it the message or is it the messenger? Because I get a lot of hate mail for stuff I say on the show, and it was like, "Oh, you're gonna miss out on something." I'm like, I'll take my chances because
mm-hmm,
a man going out to eat on these days, I'm the one paying for the gas to get there, picking you up or meeting you to dinner. Hell, somebody like that's costly. You know what I mean? Like I work the same kind of job you work. So how much money I'm going to be spending monthly on trying to romance you just for you to go home 3, 4 times? Like, oh, thank you for a nice evening. No way. So Chris Leo, who I spared you this time, activities all done at daytime.
listen, because people work. I mean, if people's schedule is they working or they, sometimes that's the only time you can go out. Like, what you want me to do? Take off of work? Or do you want me to, like sometimes after 5 o'clock, it's always going to be the time because people work during the day. You see what I'm saying? So when you say that after five thing, it's like,
Weekend.
when else can you do it? We could do it on a weekend, but some people work on a weekend. Some people got different schedules. You work all week. Now you want to go and you want to do your chores and do your errands and do what you got to do. Sometimes you're still not available until the evening. Like, let's just be honest. Or you make time in the morning on the weekend. Well, let's go for a walk or breakfast or whatever. It doesn't necessarily, and sex, if it's going to happen, it doesn't matter what time of the day it is. So when they say, oh, you got to be prepared. No, some guys just look for it whenever. I fed you. They feel like feeding is pussy. I fed you
What's the
pussy.
definition of date?
Is when you schedule a time and a place.
Date is by definition what name?
Date is
Dick at the
a
end.
time, schedule a time and a
Dick,
day.
dick at the end.
No, that's your definition.
A lot of
That's
people have adopted it.
what
Okay.
I don't want to adopt that.
Okay, you ain't gotta adopt
I'm
it.
not adopting
Eric
that.
Burns said you can tell if she wants to smash through her conversation and body language during the day. One thing that I've always done in my lifetime, I have never looked for it because if she wants it. Women want sex just as much as we do. I have never, I
Some,
have never
some,
engaged. I
because
have
some
never,
guys, some guys could be nymphos.
I
That's
have
what I
never.
said.
Hey,
Especially the ones that said they need.
you will never catch me putting on moves on a date. I'm going to be the bestest gentleman ever
Can
until
you
you.
read some of those comments? I'm sorry, it's so small for me.
Okay, what I mean is all the activities she spoke about was all done in the daytime.
What? You could go to the gym at night. You can go get breakfast, like whatever activities. A walk. A walk could be done in the daytime. Shit. I mean,
Nay,
I'm just saying. What?
no matter what, the man that's into you wants to have a piece of you.
On the first date?
Bruh, I read so
Listen,
many
some
blogs
people,
about
some
this
people
date.
might go, see, some people would think like, some people have some people would think like, oh, Nay, she's so upbeat and she's so cool. Like, we'll go out, we have a good time. And sometimes I would sit back and won't say much. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you talk. I'm going to sit down and I'm gonna analyze and I'm going to take everything in. I want you to do the talking. We both going to talk, but I'm not might not be as upbeat if you as you think I am. Majority of the time, people gotta understand that most of the time that I'm upbeat is because it's my job. You know what
Fella,
I'm saying? But when
fella,
afterwards, I just be chilling. Like I'm
fella.
mad chill. Like
If
I'm
you're on a date
so.
with Naysimone, do not talk much. Ask her questions. Keep her off the road. Keep her on the ropes because the more you talk, she is looking for words and things to do to eliminate you from this date. Oh, he just used the wrong fork. He used the salad fork on the steak. Oh, he got some yellow teeth. Oh, he looked like his mouth. He got a little white stuff on the side of his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Fellas, do not. I
Mm-hmm.
repeat, fellas, do
Mm-hmm.
not talk much on a date with Naysimone because she's on the date trying to find a way to sabotage the date while she don't want to be on the date with you. Yeah.
Am
Yeah.
I really that bad?
Huh?
Am I really that bad?
Yes.
Probably so.
Yes.
Probably so.
Yes. Yes.
Probably
Absolutely.
so. I don't think I'm that bad, but you're right. And I'm
Um,
not looking to sabotage anything, no.
that's what sabotage is, though.
Mm-mm. I
You
just
looking at him,
look.
he's talking, and he's gonna say something like, "Yeah, I got three. Oh, he got three kids. Boom. Oh, girl, he just got out. Boo! Like she is allowing you to eliminate yourself through her software, her brain, a process of elimination, and you are out of there.
I mean, you guys do it too. Don't act like it's just like I know guys do it too. What are you talking about?
I have a problem. I
I
definitely.
don't just I look for things, I don't look for nothing. I just let y'all talk. I
Yeah.
just get to try to get to know you, get to know you a little bit more.
I asked her when I first met her, she kept calling me daddy. And it just like
Oh,
at the bar, I asked me for my number. I'm like, okay, that's different. Gave her my number. She's like, okay,
somebody
daddy.
was calling you daddy.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
I didn't
that's
know
cool.
you yet. Yeah, it was kind of creepy. It's like, okay. It made me feel like a John. So I have my little things too. So I know I have things to work on, but I think I'm a good catch.
Everybody gonna think they're a good catch, and if
Nigga,
you
that
don't,
was
they're
your
just
moment to say, my dude is a yes, you are a good lady.
Horace,
My
my dude
guy
Horace,
is
you a
the
good
dude.
catch, ladies. Horace is a good catch. All
You
right.
fucked
I'm
up.
sorry.
You screwed it, boy.
I'm sorry.
God damn it, Nate. That
What?
was
I'm
your moment to
sorry.
say yes.
My
Horace is
bad.
good, man. All of that.
I mean, if you think you're a good man,
Nigga, you don't think I'm a good man? You know, I already told the people talking about all these women be throwing themselves at you. Like,
that's what you said. That's what you said.
you know what I said?
The girl calling you daddy. I don't know why girl. You better go snatch your daughter up and stop playing.
Yeah. Damn it, Nate.
What
Well,
that one say? What that one say?
anytime you take a woman out on a date, always ask her when was the last time you've been intimate. And when she said it's been a while, that's a sign that dick is on the menu.
No, it's not. No, it is. That is
Oh
not
my god,
true.
man. Hey, I don't have.
Derek, I think that's Derek. Derek, that is not true. That is
Oh
not
my
true.
god. And go one of my other female hating friends, Valou Pierre. Oh man, Valou did a show with us when me, her, and Chris. She held her own on the show.
Yeah,
She
I was attacking her.
she was attacking me. She was calling me a thirst trapper, and I had to defend myself on that episode of the show.
Mm.
Um, I don't know if the women on the show are really friendly. Other than Ivory and Issa, you and Valou are some characters.
What that's supposed to mean?
Yeah, y'all some characters. That damn Valou character too, but told me I was a thirst trapper and all kind of stuff. I was like, okay, whatever, man. But
Listen. At the end of the day, I feel like as adults, just be adults. Everybody, I'm a real man, and I'm a real woman, and I'm this. Okay, great. Just know who you are as an individual, and just move accordingly. That's just what it is. It's not even that hard, So,
okay, well, you've given me another.
oh
Oh,
gosh.
so when I go to the clips, oh, this is gonna be
Oh
so.
gosh, you're gonna start digging for stuff. Yeah, go ahead. Go dig for stuff. Go dig
The
for some
king of
stuff.
thirst trapping. See, this is the bullshit I be
But
talking.
see, you know what? Horrors be telling me I be thirst trapping, and I
You do,
don't.
you do.
I don't.
Chris, Mario, leave me
No,
comment even if we go out. Nay
no.
had on a Daisy Duke outfit one time
One
on
time,
brunch Sunday at the Bamboo. Every Sunday you can see Nay. Nay will show you. Nay do the videos where she come and be looking like Thelma Good Time with the robe and the rollers, and then she do a little video thing at booth, and then you see her at brunch at the Bamboo on Sunday. She might have on some unique. I'm talking about they like jean boy shorts and some high heels. Other day she had some with her stomach out because she got a flat stomach. So, oh, women, I gotta give it to you. I'll go to bat for each other. She likes to be cute, don't hate. But
Thank you. Thank you.
being
Thank
successful.
you.
I'm a thirst trapper for being successful.
Listen. Thirst traps would be, me twerking or me showing something like very
Okay.
provocative. My pictures be regular.
Go to TikTok, y'all. She got one where
Regular.
she was throwing that thing, popping. Yeah. Go to TikTok, y'all. In fact, go to TikTok and see her viral video when she was talking to the dude and didn't give the man no play. So Naysimone is a TikTok star. What you got, like 1 million followers?
No, I don't have 1 million followers.
Couple hundred thousand?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, bro, what am I doing wrong? Somebody got the mean. Somebody put the mean emoji up, so I can't wait till we get off air to see what it is. Because you just find a way to make the male species upset. Because
I,
on
listen,
on
I,
YouTube right now, you still get comments when people like that woman out her goddamn mind. Go to the comments for our last show. And
because I said that as in a relationship, we should be equals. If we both doing the same thing, if we both working and we both paying bills and we both doing everything together, why does one person has to be more superior than the other? No, like this is a teamwork, baby. It's a team.
he the
We
man,
do things together.
the man,
You
man first,
know,
woman, man first.
no, men came from women. Did you know that? Don't get
Uh,
me started. Don't
I'm
get
not.
me
I
started.
am not.
Okay, so it was woman then man. One man.
Man
Okay,
first.
woman came first. That's why it's WO, and then man came after. One man. The man came from a womb. The woman. Stop it.
So you're gonna we're not going down the Bible. Bible
Wait.
says man
Listen, whose Bible? Whose
of God.
Bible? Whose Bible? The European Bible? You
Uh,
European? Oh, okay. So listen,
mm.
anywho, so we're not going to do this. Okay. But I'm pretty sure you got a lot you could dig out of there.
Yeah, I got some. Cause Darius might get himself in trouble. Darius said you can always buy her enough drinks until the blank comes out and just look and listen to her conversation, and you'll be surprised what comes out her mouth, and then the freak comes out
The free comes out who, what?
after you buy enough drinks.
No, I don't want nobody buying me drinks. I always have mine. When somebody asks me, you want something? I'd be like, no, I'm good, thank you.
Listen, it's karaoke. I forgot to say on Sundays it's karaoke
Each and
brunch,
every Sunday, karaoke brunch from 3 to whenever we finish. You
three
know what
to
I'm saying?
3 to 7.
It's not 3 to 7, it's 3 to 8.
Or 3 to 8, and then you guys can come right over to the Tiki in Riviera Beach and come see me.
Come
All
see
right,
Horace,
come see me.
the Horace Towns. Come and see the. Why you took my E out of my name? It's supposed to be the Naysimone, not
You did,
the.
you did that.
The. No, I put E.
I will talk to the producers after the show. Listen, after a few drinks, you're gonna see Nay doing some things
Why you keep telling it?
over at the
It's
Bamboo.
lies you tell,
It's
lies you
Sunday
tell.
at Bamboo Room. There, start at 3 o'clock. There's more ladies in there you can imagine. You go in there, you see Nay about 5:30. Nay is singing songs with people doing duets. Listen,
Oh yeah, we have a good time. We always gonna have a good time
oh,
at the
it be
Bamboo Room. We get lit. We have fun. You
yeah,
know. Yeah. So
I'll be there Sunday.
okay, you coming? I might. Somebody said they might come through. I don't want to,
Oh,
because
you can't say
when
that. No.
people say they're gonna come,
Mm-mm.
9 times out of 10. No, let's say 7 times out of 10 they don't. But somebody's supposed to be coming to the Bamboo Room.
I know you don't want to do that because then you're gonna cause pandemonium. There's a
What?
professional singer. Hey, send her a message there. Naysimone is single. Hardest the third trap in town. Boy, I can't. Listen, Nay, thank
Yes,
you.
I'm single. If you got kids under the age of 18, do not holler. I don't take packages. I don't take package deals. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be stepmommy. I don't want to be daddy's girlfriend.
No.
You gotta have grown kids, and gotta be like 6 feet and a little taller. Your knees can't knock, you know, they can't be knocking, no knock knees, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta always make sure your nails is clean. Like I don't like dirty nails and stuff, and just make sure like you. Okay, I'm just kidding,
No, keep going. Keep
guys.
going. I want them to put their best efforts towards 2022.
So
Listen, you like guys with dreads?
it depends. Like they have to be neat, clean. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be stylish. They can't just be the free dreads. You know, it just grows everywhere. Because you know, to me, yeah, I don't like those.
Tattoos?
Huh?
Tattoos?
Tattoos is fine. I don't have a problem with tattoos.
Okay. Gold teeth?
Yeah, I mean, if you grown, yeah, no gold teeth. Thank you very much.
Okay. What's the height requirement?
I would prefer 6 feet and taller.
And you are 5'5".
I'm no, I'm 5'9".
Nay, I'm 5'10". You're not 5'9" at all.
I'm 5'9".
Okay, with the heels on.
I'm
I,
5'10" with the heels. Like I
okay.
have.
Okay. I just wanted to go down the checklist. Dudes, I'm gonna post this on TikTok. Like, hey, listen, this chick right here,
No, 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 don't do that. Don't do that.
this chick right here, this chick right here. Listen, she ready. She
No, I'm
ready.
not. I'm not ready. I will never know if I'm ever ready.
Well, she ain't gonna be ready, but guess what? She need opportunity. She's gonna give you an opportunity to give your best shot. It's like American Idol.
You know what? I was thinking about doing that. You know, I got a TV show called Vibe Check. It comes on Roku TV and on Fire, Amazon Fire Stick. Um, I was thinking about doing a segment or doing a show with like a date with Nate type thing. But then, you know, I don't know, the weirdos might come out. So I don't know if I want to do
Yeah, I think somebody we're profiling. Let me be a part of that process and a date with me.
that. Oh, gosh.
She ain't been
I,
on the date in a while. There, don't be telling me in the comments. Go to Nate comments and you know what I mean. Go to Nate comments and say introduce yourself. People are look, he messing up already. Go to Nate comments and send her your number or have a chat. Say something funny. Like I'm a pimp. Oh,
all right. So it's my bedtime. It's my bedtime.
thank you for another
Yeah.
entertaining moment with
I
Nate.
hope it was entertaining because, you know, we just talk about this on like on the reg. So I
And that's
just
what I
hope.
want to people to see. Like you don't have people don't see a lot of these just genuine conversations and whatnot.
Yeah, we've been on here for a minute. A minute. So chop, 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 chop,
Right.
chop, 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 chop,
All right, my G. Stay
chop,
backstage
chop,
for a
chop,
minute.
chop,
Stay
chop,
backstage for a minute.
chop, chop, chop,
But we are leaving in a second. All right. Stay backstage. All right.
chop,
Can you do that?
chop.
Bye.